gastric bypass versus lap band versus gastric sleeve. We're gonna go over all three of these surgeries in this video. Okay, first, I'm going to explain the difference between gastric bypass, gastric sleeve, and the lap band. And next, we're going to discuss the well-known but not talked about risks of gastric surgery. And last, I'll show you how you can lose just as much weight just as quick as surgery. Okay, let me explain these three bariatric surgeries and the difference between all three. The least invasive of the three is the lap band. So what this is the bariatric surgeon will place a thin band around the upper part of the stomach, creating a smaller stomach. There are no incisions and no stitches in this procedure. Next, we have the gastric sleeve. Now, this is where the surgeon will make an incision down the entire length of the stomach in the shape of a banana vertically, and the new stomach is about 25% of the full stomach. The third surgery is gastric bypass. This is definitely the most complicated of all the surgeries. Now, this graphic is gonna help maybe paint a picture here and show you kind of what this is, but basically the surgeon will make three smaller pouches and then reroute the plumbing, so to speak, from the intestines to the new stomach. There's something to remember about all these surgeries. All three of these surgeries, they're trying to achieve the same thing. They are a volume reduction surgery. This is going to reduce the volume of food that you can eat, but they're just going about it in different methods. You just simply cannot take in as much food as you did before. Okay, let me talk about the risks of gastric surgery. Now, I have some firsthand knowledge of this because my sister Carrie, an MSNRN and the COO of Code Red, many years ago, went and had bariatric surgery in Mexico. Why did she go to Mexico? Because she wasn't big enough, wasn't heavy enough to qualify for surgery in the United States. So she went down to Mexico, she had a lap band put in, and let me tell you, it caused a whole host of problems. She lost a little bit of weight initially, but ended up gaining it back. And it wasn't until she came onto Code Red that she was able to lose over 100 pounds and keep it off. Because Carrie went to Mexico and she got this lap band, there were a whole host of problems that happened. And she has had to have, since then, 3 follow-up surgeries to repair the damage that having that lap band has caused. And she has a whole lifetime of medical issues caused from this surgery. You need to know that these surgeries come with massive, massive risks. And I don't think that the weight loss clinics and weight loss doctors, I'm not saying anything mean, they're well-meaning, highly educated people, but they're in the business to make money. And I don't think they make people very aware of the long-term complications that you could have after weight loss surgery. You need to have a real honest conversation about the risk to any gastric surgery. Some people want to rush into it because they think it's that magic pill. Imagine how desperate. You might have had gastric surgery. I haven't had it, but I absolutely have done some stupid things in order to lose weight. And I know that feeling of hopeless, desperate, and you think you have nowhere else to turn. You think this is gonna be the end-all be-all that fixes your weight problem. But like my sister, it didn't fix her weight problem. And yeah, she had complications from the surgery, but my problem with gastric surgeries is it doesn't address the root cause. You have to ask yourself how you got into this mess in the first place. You have to ask yourself what the real underlying issues are. And 9 times out of 10, it's sugar addiction. My sister had a sugar addiction and nobody ever talked to her about her sugar addiction. And so even after the lap band surgery, she was able to still get her sugar fix just like a drug addict by finding what we call the workaround techniques. She was still able to get her sugar fix, but do it in a way that still fit into her now much smaller stomach. See, it's not about being skinny, it's about being healthy. So really take time to think through the long-term complications that might occur. You might have problems ranging from anything from pooping to vomit. I mean, that doesn't sound pretty, but someone needs to be honest with you about what you could be facing here. You will have to learn an entirely new way of eating and eating foods that you aren't used to. See, every surgery has its own risks. With gastric bypass, you might have long-term vitamin deficiencies. Your new stomach could leak at the site. The gastric sleeve could result in an increased incidence of acid reflux. And the lap band can have issues like chronic vomiting. Here are the most common things that can happen after gastric surgery that no one talks about. Risk of repeat surgery repairs and other procedures. Risk of vomiting and nausea for some people. Anemia, chronic B deficiencies, malnutrition, digestive issues, dumping syndrome, gallstones, bowel obstructions, ulcers, acid reflux. Before I go to my next point, I want to hear from you. I love when you write in the comments section because I like to get to know you and hear your story. Tell me, do you have any experience with the gastric bypass, gastric sleeve, or lap band? Comment below, tell me your story. It might surprise you to learn that Code Red can get just as much weight off of you and just as quick as gastric surgery. It's true. I mean, our custom program clients lose 10% of their body weight every month. And that's without shakes, pills, diet foods, or exercise. It's incredible what you can achieve when you heal your body. And that's what we're doing on Code Red. It's not a fad diet because it's not a diet. And I'm not trying to say it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. I'm saying it's not a diet because it's what our human species was created to eat. That's why it's not a diet, it's real food. People try to criticize me and say, Code Red's a fad, but I don't understand what the fad is here. We're talking meat, vegetables, nuts, eggs, seeds, seafoods, and fat, and water and sleep. What's the fad going on? And if you are a gastric surgery patient, whether you failed or it worked a little bit and you can't get all the rest of the weight off, or whatever situation is, we will work with you on a custom program and we will find the exact plan that's gonna work best for you. What you're gonna do when you get the food list is this side is what to eat and this side is what to avoid. And you're just gonna eat the things that you can eat as a gastric patient. You won't be able to eat loads, of broccoli and cauliflower and those real bulk items. You won't be able to eat those, but you will be able to eat a lot of things on that list. So we're gonna cherry pick which foods that you can eat, and we'll do it in a way that's gonna be best for you. There's even a section in my Code Red cookbook that is just for gastric bypass patients and other weight loss surgery patients. So we have a real soft spot. I mean, a third of our clients that come to Code Red are gastric surgery people. We know how to handle you. We got your back. We can help you through this whole process of it either getting the rest of your weight off or re-losing the weight that maybe you gained back after gastric surgery. We don't care. We're not here to judge you. But we are here to make sure that you don't go around this weight loss mountain again. We need to get to the root cause of the issue. If you had gastric surgery and you gained your weight back, why? Why did that happen? I'm not blaming you. I'm not shaming you. I just want to identify the why so that we don't repeat that mistake. And the great thing about Code Red is because we get off sugar, we are getting that rooted out of your life. Most of us are recovering sugar addicts. So you are in good company if you're a recovering sugar addict. Don't worry. It's not prison. It's still really good food. And you're not hopeless. And you're not stuck where you don't have anywhere to turn. We've got your back and you really are in good company. So let us help you through this process wherever you are in the journey. We're not gonna judge you. We're just gonna help you continue forward. And I do wanna say that if you click the link below and you get a custom program, you're gonna be emailed a 33-question questionnaire. And it's really, really important that when you're filling that out for me, because I write the programs and Carrie medically screens them, that you're very, very honest with us and tell us all of your surgeries. If you are a gastric patient, if you have had weight loss surgery, please tell us what's going on with you. Please make sure that you're very thorough in that paperwork so we can write the best program for you. But if you're not quite ready for a custom program, that's totally okay. Maybe you're just like, who's this girl? Who's this Cristy chick with the mohawk? I don't know if she knows what she's talking about. Listen, after this video, continue to binge watch my videos. You realize that this is my jam and I get weight off people better than anybody, including the people who have had weight loss surgeries. But if you're not quite ready to take that plunge into a custom program, that's totally okay. I have an alternative for you. It's linked up below as well, and it's called the 10-Pound Takedown. And that's for $47, where you can lose at least 10 pounds in 30 days without shakes, pills, diet foods, or exercise. We eat real food, we drink water, and sleep. And I know that a lot of you gastric people out there, you have a hard time with the water. We're gonna help you out with that too, don't worry. We're gonna help you through the whole process. So click the link to join the next challenge. I have them every month, so if you missed the last one, you can get on the next one, and I'll see you in the next video.